Tested. Hey guys, Will from Tested.
I'm Norm from Tested.
Norm, how many apps do you think we've tested over the last year?
I want to say 5 a week, 52 weeks in a year, a couple hundred, maybe thousands.
Easy, maybe 1,000.
Yeah.
Up to.
Oh, yeah.
Up to, but not including.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely no more than.
No.
iPad 2 comes out today. Lots of people are getting an iPad for the first time.
You might already have one.
This is my old iPad, but I'm going to get a new one after work today if all goes well.
Well, if this is your first iPad, if it's your new iPad, we wanted to show you the 10 apps that we thought were the absolutely most essential ones that you had to download.
The best.
Immediately.
Most important.
Put these on your iPad.
So Norm, have you heard of this app called Dropbox?
I indeed have.
This basically just lets you download files from your Dropbox, which is set up here. You can see all the files. Norm, this is your iPad, so it looks very different than mine.
It doesn't automatically download them to your iPad.
Well, that's a good thing.
In the background, because Dropbox can hold multiple gigabytes. But the download if you're on Wi-Fi is pretty fast. And what's also neat is that if you have music files or pictures images will play in like a slideshow.
You could also upload files to Dropbox. So if you take photos, or I mean, you wouldn't do that with an iPad, probably unless you have a brand new iPad 2. You can also upload them to your Dropbox.
Hey, look, you can play videos.
That's crazy. I had no idea that this worked. What do you think about Adobe Ideas? I've never used this before.
I really like this app. Basically, iPad comes with a Notepad app, so it doesn't have any app that you can draw pictures on. And like if you wanted to have like a napkin moment at a restaurant and draw the next brilliant idea, Adobe Ideas will let you do that. Right, you can draw, you can pinch in, zoom out, so basically the canvas is really big. You can undo those erasers if you zoom out or zoom in. The resolution will stay just as good. Cool.
I'm going to do that right now. Wow. Oh yeah, it is totally vector. So that, I mean, that's. Oh, I just deleted the E. That makes me sad.
If you're on the same Wi-Fi network as a computer with iTunes, like you are with your MacBook Pro right now, you can control the iTunes on your MacBook with remote.
Yeah.
So this is your music library. The music actually is not on the iPad, it's still on your computer, but you get all the album art and you can play the music.
Yeah, so now it's playing on my desktop PC. There's music coming out, everybody's sitting around my desk, scared. Basically, you can use this as a really super fancy remote for an Apple TV if you have that. And it's smart enough to know when you're using an Apple TV or an Airport Express or something like that, whether you're connected to somebody else's library or whatever. It's incredibly versatile. This is the Kindle app.
I would dare say it's an essential.
If you're a Kindle user, it syncs up with your location on other devices, iPhones, real Kindles, whatever it happens to be. You can change all sorts of the color settings, make the font bigger or smaller. I like the black background personally.
I also like that if you go back to the main menu, the boy is sitting underneath the tree. He's reading the Kindle in the dark, which you only do with an iPad, because if you had the real Kindle, you would have no ambient lighting to read that Kindle.
Unless you had a light.
I don't see a light in that picture.
Twitter.
Do we really have to explain what Twitter is?
Twitter is a microblogging service.
Oh no, I don't like talking about it.
It's available on the internet.
It's something people use.
Yeah, we use it. If you want to follow us, you can. I'm Will Smith. He's at nchan. Basically, you know, this is the best Twitter app for one very specific reason. When you look at a Twitter post with a link or something in it, or a video, picture, whatever, it all opens up over here.
Oh yeah.
This didn't happen when this originally came out, but since the advent of new Twitter, it's a little bit less cool than it was then, but it's still, I think, my favorite Twitter app. This gives you the full instant stream experience. You can add stuff to your instant queue. You can find new stuff to watch. I find myself, it's terrible. I have a giant TV in the living room. Frequently on like Saturday, Sunday morning, I'll be laying in bed with the iPad watching something on the app just because I don't want to get up and walk to the couch. You can search, you can browse by all the genres and stuff like that. It's
recommendations, add instant queue.
Yeah, it's happy making. I like Flipboard a lot. I use it every Sunday and Saturday.
A fancy way of taking aggregated RSS feeds and presenting them in the magazine format.
The thing that I do is I have a Twitter list that's all the publications I really like. So you Wired and Boing Boing and all the people that are posting links to their articles on Twitter. And then I just have a big long feed of all of the stuff that I really dig. And it's great for just when you get up in the morning, you're not looking to catch up on all the news, you just want some stuff to be entertaining and fun to read. And it's really good for that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah, it's really good for browsing.
Now the other end of the reading spectrum is Instapaper.
Yeah, so Instapaper, it takes sites and instead of creating a really flashy presentation, it strips out all presentation.
Yeah.
My favorite part of Instapaper is the editor's pick section, which you're in right now.
Yes.
And the creator of Instapaper does curate and just bookmark these really good stories from like The Atlantic, from Vanity Fair and Wired, and stories that I might not have found otherwise, and I can just, it's pretty updated pretty frequently, and I can spend hours and hours reading.
It's a little bit controversial, Instapaper, because we are seeing this content without the ads, which, as somebody who kind of makes money with ads on the internet, a little bit of a bummer. There are ways that you can support Instapaper on your site that will also display ads, which is kind of a good thing to do. So this is Air Video. What this does is lets you connect to a server across the internet or from inside your own home and view the video that is stored on that server. So this is my server at home. I'm going there now. And these are all the DVDs and Blu-rays that I've ripped that I can then play on the iPad from pretty much anywhere in the world, assuming I have a good internet connection.
And transcoded in real time.
Yeah, so I have a relatively low power home server running at home. It's like a dual-core Celeron HP home server. So it's not enough power to transcode Blu-ray rips on the fly. But it works reasonably well with DVD rips. I've watched a lot of movies. This seems to be the Matrix. It'll basically build a buffer and then start playing after a few minutes. I like this. So this is Words with Friends.
Yeah, it's classic Scrabble-like game, and it's actually been out on the iPad, been on the iPhone, and now actually out on Android. And people on Android can actually play with people with the iPad.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's awesome. So anybody who has a smartphone
can
pretty much not Windows Phone 7
can play Words with Friends.
Cool. Basically, it's not exactly Scrabble. The placement of the triple letter, double word, triple word tiles are different. I think the board's a little bit bigger too. Is that right?
I'm not exactly sure about that.
But basically, this is play by email, turn-based board game for the iPad. It's really good.
You get push notifications, and you can have many, many games going on at once.
We love Plants vs. Zombies.
It is a game that was good, great even, on the PC when I first played it.
I'd say good.
Even better on the iPad.
The benefit of multi-touch is readily apparent in this game because you can almost chord. It's like Commander Data entering stuff on a pad. Building your defenses against the encroaching zombie hordes.
Collecting sun pellets.
Yes, sun is it's a sun economy. The nice thing is, now there's Game Center achievements, and I think leaderboards too, so you can see how you stack up to your sucker friends. So that's our 10 favorite iPad apps? Yeah.
Most essential.
Yeah, most essential.
Yeah.
Download them now. You should try them out, whether you're a new iPad user or old iPad user. If you don't have these on your iPad, you're missing out. For Tested, I'm Will.
I'm not.
See you guys later.